Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Once again we are doing a offline racing against AI, this time on RaceRoom, one of my favorite simulations also. And initially I was gonna do this stream on Automobilista 2, but it just so happens that on the Suzuka circuit where I wanted to make a race, the trackside cameras are bugging and they don't work correctly. And I think that's a bug in Automobilista 2 that exists for quite a while, at least since I can remember. Anyways, I also have the Suzuka circuit here in RaceRoom, and I have some Formula One cars. Just click something here. And I was setting up a race at Suzuka with X-17 cars. I believe these represent the 2017 cars. I don't know, I'm not sure, but not for sure. For sure, these cars don't represent the 2017 ones because they sound really cool. So this is like the V8 era or something, because they have DRS and they have the push to pass option. So these are most definitely not 2017 counterparts. Anyway, I like this car. I was driving it before I started the stream, and I made an experiment practice session. And at Suzuka, with the AI at 95%, I was quick, so I bumped it up to 100. Let's see what happened. I always like to have a tough AI, otherwise I become too good and the fun is done. So, not that I'm good, but we are comparing myself to the AI settings anyway. So there's a lot of opponents, 29 cars, which is a lot for Formula One style race, but I like crowded races. Here in RaceRoom, I think the AI is not prone to making mistakes, at least that I can remember. In Automobilista 2, you can set the AI mistakes level, but here there's not an option for that, at least that I know of. And so the AI is very robotic, so to speak. They race good, but I don't think they will make that many mistakes. So if I make mistakes, yeah, I'm losing positions left and right, and I will be in last position very quickly because for sure there will be a train, a quick train. Let's see if that happens or not. It's been a while since I played RaceRoom anyway, so we'll see. We're just experimenting this first race. So I already set it up, as I said, AI difficulty to 100, 29 opponents, time of day, blah blah blah, damage full. I like the simulation type of gameplay in that regard, tire wear, fuel use, 60-minute practice. So the qualifying 15-minute session, single session, and the race will be 20 minutes with a mandatory pit stop and cut track penalties, standing start, no race 2, and the mandatory pit stop. The minimum pit stop duration is 1 second. I will set it up to maybe 4, so no one does a stop and go only. And yeah, let's go race. Let's see what happens. But let's first practice. I was practicing earlier here in RaceRoom, but then I was doing some iRacing. A couple of races. I got a podium at least. Another race is not so good. So I decided to come here and make the stream in RaceRoom because I tried iRacing before, but my internet doesn't allow me to play iRacing multiplayer and stream at the same time. I get problems, so I must do it playing offline, and it works fine, at least for the moment. So without further ado, let's just go to the race, see what happens. I used to play a lot more RaceRoom before I became a iRacing subscriber, because iRacing is different. I'm paying a monthly fee, so if I'm not playing it, I feel like I'm wasting my money. So I've been doing a lot of iRacing, but here I am again back in RaceRoom. By the way, for you guys that are not aware of this, if you don't want to be paying the subscription fee of iRacing every month and the expensive tracks, blah blah blah, and the cars, RaceRoom is a viable option in my opinion, because you get the game, the base game with some cars. You can already play on multiplayer. You have the ranked multiplayer system, and also, of course, there's cars and tracks to buy. But sometimes you get promotions, sometimes you get days where you have all the tracks and cars for free to play. So it's a viable option to do online sim racing, in my opinion, and competitive, because there's events, there's really quick guys racing in RaceRoom. So if you guys don't know about RaceRoom and like sim racing and like something with a rating system, I think RaceRoom is the place to go other than iRacing. So yeah, with enough chit chat. So here we are at Suzuka circuit. These are my opponents, my AI opponents. And yeah, let's go, let's give it a try. We can start with the hard tires for the first fill of the track, with somewhat a lot of fuel, and like brake pressure a little bit less because of my pedal setup. We'll see how it drives. So let's start the practice session. I just turned down the sound of the cars a little bit. I always have this issue because I'm using OBS and I see the volume levels there, but I don't know how it's actually sounding, so it's kind of a guessing thing. So anyways, let's start our practice session and see how we do. We're still with cold tires, cold hard tires, 50 liters of fuel. So we must take it easy, at least in the first lap. Let's let this opponent go. We have DRS available at our discretion. So at least in practice we can use it whenever and wherever we wish. I'm not gonna pass here. And here I deactivate the DRS, otherwise I will spin the car, because it's a very quick. Well, our friend braking a little bit too early there, catching us by surprise, but we are still in one piece. Let's focus. A little sloppy, as usual. Struggling for grip with the hard tires. Low grip at the exit of the hairpin, just like in real life. It'll lift off through here. Still, well, I was trying to speak and I missed the breaking point. I was gonna say this configuration of track has the chicane different than the one they are using in the actual Formula 1 Grand Prix right now this weekend. And at least these cars don't have to lose speed before coming into the chicane, which I really don't like, and I think many people don't like about the current F1 cars is they have to start slowing down instead of going full throttle in certain parts of the circuit. And as I speak, I get hit from behind because I unfortunately I don't have the skill to speak like I was, to talk like I was talking and focus on the race at the same time. I see some guys that do it, but that takes practice. So let's return to the garage. So as I was saying, I don't like the current Formula 1 cars, at least in that regard, that they are slowing down. An example, I was watching the Formula 1 practice, and yeah, they were slowing down after that quick left-hander and coming into the chicane, losing a lot of speed because of the harvesting issues and etc. And I think that's a little bit sketchy, because the Formula 1 is supposed to go full throttle up to the limit of braking. I don't know, but maybe it's just me. Everything is subjective anyway, so let's enjoy these cars that represent an era of Formula 1 where you just go all out. So now I'm going to talk a little bit less and try to post some quick times and see how we do against the AI. This time I think I go for the medium tires with less fuel and try to do a somewhat quick lap without crashing. By the way, the AI during practice and qualifying sessions, they are all the time on track, so it's busy all the time here at RaceRoom. Yeah, and I just blocked the car. I messed up big time. Let me go back to the garage and pretend this didn't happen. I was coming out of the pits too slow, and it's a quick first corner in Suzuka, and they're coming in hot, and I was just at that point to be in a collision course with a very quick incoming car, and it just went for it like a missile. So let's restart and pretend that didn't happen. And a blue flag. Let's let this guy go. We have a blue flag. On a quick lap. Let's go. Cancelled lap, we went off track there. Let's try again on the next lap. Excuse me. Missing the apex there. Again, missing the apex. We have to be more precise, make a better line. Oh, I forgot to engage the DRS. Losing a lot of time there. We are still in last place in terms of time. We are now P29 with the medium tires. And we are running out of fuel right now. Yeah, as we go off track, let's abort this stint. So yeah, we are still way behind our AI opponents. The quickest is 129.7. We are 131.2. So we need to pick up a little bit on the pace. I think they are running soft tires. Yeah, they were on softs. I'm the only idiot on the mediums, but I was just testing the car. So I believe when I put the soft tires, I will climb here on the timetable. Let's see. So we'll go for the softs this time. Same setup. We don't mess with anything else in the car for the moment. Maybe the downforce. We can bump up the downforce a little bit because I think a little bit. I can have a little bit more bite in the front axle. But although I don't like an oversteering car, I prefer a balanced car. It's as much balanced as possible. So let's make an experiment. One click, downforce 7 on the front wing, and we will leave the rear at 29. We'll probably spin in the high-speed corners. Okay, one click on both wings, just for safety. Let's see if that's an advantage. And also with the soft tires. Let's see how we do. Already feel the difference in grip, even with colder tires. Let's try to take advantage of the increased grip. And let's try not to ruin the tires on our outlap, because these tires will go away quickly. Especially if you lock a wheel or something, or if you spin, yeah, these tires are done. Definitely a lot more grip. Very wide. We climb to P20. So this means that the AI is quicker than me, at least for now. This is not gonna be an easy race, I can tell. Soft tires are already losing grip after a couple of laps pushing. Locking the wheels coming into the airpin. And we were able to improve our time to 1:30.4, but still far away from 1:29. But not bad. So I see that the AI at 100% at this particular circuit in RaceRoom is quite a challenge for me, and I like it. I think I still can improve my time a little bit. And yeah, during the race, I already know if I make any mistakes, yeah, they will just go because they're not making mistakes, the AI drivers. So let's watch a little bit of the replay of what I was doing this practice stint. Pretty fun car to drive, but of course, being that this is a Formula One car, it's like very precise. You have to be precise with the lines, with the braking, with the applying the throttle, the braking, etc. It's very technical, so I do my best with my amateur skills. So I was thinking, since we have the DRS available, at least in practice, I will put a little bit more downforce and see if we can improve our lap time and get a good, at least a decent setup for the qualifying session. The tires seem to be getting a good temperature, so let's see. Front, so more downforce, one click on both ends. Let's see if we can get an advantage or not. We have a faster car approaching, we have to let them by. Shevchenko. Let's go for a quick one. And we go off track on the entry to turn one. So let's abort this lap. I will try to save the tires, so to see if we can do a quick lap on the next one. Try not to block my opponents. over revving the engine. We are not able to improve that much. And this is our best time, 1:30.3. So we are still way back in the field. So, but we were able. At least we are not dead last. But I see that I have underestimated the AI a little bit. But let's go through. Let's push through. And take the challenge. So you can try a little bit more practice laps, but I'm trying really hard to keep a decent line and keep a good speed. But yeah, the AI is much faster than I am at 100% on this circuit. So let's see how we do. It's a real challenge here for me. This is a live camera of the practice session. As we see our AI opponents passing by. So in the meantime, I'm waiting for my garage to get the car ready for another stint of practice. We are still way behind. Let's try to find a few more tenths of a second. At the moment, things are not looking good for us. As I was saying before, in RaceRoom, the AI during the practice sessions and qualifying sessions, they are constantly on track. All of them. They spend very little time in the garage, so it's always busy on track. Let's change to another angle. It's a cool angle. They are quite tricky to get right, this sequence of left and right corners. Medium to high speed. These cars sound really good. This, I believe, they represent the V8 era of Formula One, and the high-revving, high-pitch sound sounds really well, in my opinion at least. Not that the current cars, they sound cool. If you, I come to like the modern F1 car sound. They also have their charm, but this sort of high pitch sound is like should be the signature of F1. But things change. Engines in F1 evolved so much. Engines outside of F1 also evolved. And yeah, I guess it's progress. It's the way things evolve over time. So, but I digress. So let's do a few more practice laps and try to improve our time and see if we can get up into a better position, because at the moment we are below midfield. Let's go with the same setup. Maybe the setup is not right for the track, but I don't know what to do to improve it. And finally, we were able to do a somewhat decent time, still on the 30s, but very close to coming down to the 129s. We are now P14, so that gives me a little bit more hope for the qualifying. All I had to do was focus a little bit more. Still, it was very sloppy, the lines, I was all over the place, but trying to be quick, and that paid off. We'll see. I think very soon I can start the qualifying, which is 50 minutes, and as always, all the cars will be on track, and we have to manage to do at least a couple of clean laps to get a good position to start the race, which will be 20 minutes with the mandatory pit stop. So it's like a sprint. It's full gas all the time, and that's it. Maximum attack. And what are we going to do? Return to the garage. Let's watch our AI opponents a little bit. Beautiful circuit, Suzuka. But not easy to drive at these speeds, for sure. At the moment, the times that we are doing here are not that far from the current real-life cars in Formula 1. I believe Antonelli did a 128 for the pole. I'm not sure right now, and I don't want to check it. But yeah, it's close to the times of the real F1 cars these cars are making, so it's not easy to be quick, obviously, even in a simulation. As I told before, the chicane where this guy is coming up to, there's this very quick left-hander. It's full throttle without the DRS, and coming into the chicane on this version they go there, but on the real life there's another configuration of the chicane which makes the braking point a little bit later, but it's basically the same. So There's not much difference when compared to what they are currently using.
I'm going to a dump. Later, we have a problem down to go. We will be back. I will be back. We don't care about the night. I will be back tomorrow afternoon. Give later Prix for Kitek. And tomorrow morning was for them. Okay.
You can take this.
Chodź. Chodź. No chodź. Pinga mała.
Okay, ciao. So, yeah, I left the mic on. That was my roommate. She's leaving, goes somewhere, and I was just saying goodbye. And yeah, I think we should go for the qualifying session and try our best. The current setup seems to be good enough for a quick lap, and let's try to get into the 29s as the quickest drivers here. Yeah, let's go. Skip session. Let's skip the practice session here. And here we are, qualifying session, 15 minutes. They will count when I press drive. So let's set up the car for the qualifying session. Well, this is the tire temperatures from my last session, I think. They were not really that hot. I will keep it so. Wing angle, everything, general, only the fuel level. Yeah, the car is ready for a qualifying session. So let's go for it. We go off track on our out lap. I think we didn't damage the car. This is still the out lap, so no need to push the tires too much, because these soft tires will wear out pretty quick. Let's let the opponent pass. Australian driver. I think that was the Australian flag. So let's try to do a quick lap right now. Without DRS during qualifying, so it's a little bit different now. A little bit wide. Very easy to lock up the front left. coming into the airpin. Almost full throttle through there. I'm braking too late for the chicane, but we are still on track. Let's try to do another lap. The tires are still good. We are P7 for the moment. That doesn't mean anything. And we mess up the qualifying. We mess up this lap. So no use to continue. So at the moment, yeah, we are very fast dropping in the classification. It's 131.4. And yeah, this guy here, the Italian El Rossi, with a 128.6, even faster than the practice. So I'm cooked, guys. They are in the 128s and I'm in the 31s, so I'm gonna try to put maybe more downforce, I don't know. Let's go for more downforce. Let's leave the rear only on the front end. Let's see if that helps us. Time is counting down, time is running out during the qualifying session, so we have now 10 minutes, a little bit over 10 minutes of qualifying time available. We have more downforce on the front wing this time. There's a fast car approaching, let's let them go by. Another car. Sorry mate, I made him slow down a little bit. There was nothing I could do. Just kept my line. I'm still in the out lap, remember. But I don't really want to ruin anyone else's race. Another car coming, let's stay here on the outside. Let them go. The Japanese driver. Let's start pushing slowly for our quick lap. And we might have trouble because if we start our quick lap with other cars coming, might make us slow. So let's let these guys go. Let's try to get clean air as much as possible. Let's go for it now. Let's gun it. We mess up the braking for the chicane again. Locking big time. Let's try to do another lap. We already did some wear to the soft tires. And we are dead last. Really bad. And we get a cut track penalty. Well, this is not going well for us, guys. 1:30.7, 6 minutes to go. And yeah, everybody's on the 29s except us. This is not gonna be easy at all. I'm gonna give it one more try, but it seems like we're gonna start from the last position. What an embarrassing performance by me. Sorry, guys. Let's give it another go in qualifying. I don't know if I should put more downforce. I don't know what's hurting me here. The car, it feels like, mainly on that first sector, it could use some more downforce, of course, but then what about the rest of the circuit? I don't know what to do. So let's keep it like this and give it our best shot. And let's go for it. Try to go below the 30s. This part of the circuit is, yeah, it's very challenging. Sequence of left, right, with different speeds. Very low grip in the hairpin area. We are still in our out lap, let's not forget. No need to destroy the tires at this point. I'm pretty sure I can do this flat out without the DRS. Let's go for our last ditch effort to do a decent qualifying lap. We are last. Very embarrassing performance. And I ruined my lap, going off over the track limits. And yeah, an embarrassing performance by us, by me, in this case in particular. Let's return to the garage. So we did a 130.5 as opposed to the pole position. The pole seater did a 128.1. So yeah, this is 2 seconds difference. Very bad performance. So I can now predict that the race will not be easy for us. I can't even speak correctly. So since it's a 20-minute race, I will do it anyway and see if there's any surprises, but I don't think so. I think we'll just be overshadowed by the AI, but we will see. If the race becomes undoable, I will stop the race and start a new one with lower AI settings. That will allow me to be more competitive. So yeah, let's just wait for the qualifying session to finish. 1 minute. There's not enough time for me to do an outlap and a qualifying lap, so let's just wait for everyone else to finish their laps. I'm having trouble making clean lines without ruining the balance of the car, especially in that first sector. But yeah, it's not easy, guys. At least for me. There are some tracks where I feel a little bit more comfortable, but this one I'm still trying to find my groove, so I needed a lot more laps. So anyway, we will go to the race right away, so there's nothing we can do. Starting from last position. We are looking at Azmi, pole sitter for the race. The AI driver, by the way, in case you guys don't know. And once again, as always, thanks everyone for watching my streams and videos. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you feel like doing so. Qualifying finished. And we're gonna proceed to the 20-minute race. Let's see how hard it is from us, starting from last position. Here we are at the grid for the race. Starting from last position, everybody's on the soft tires. Being that this is a short race, they might benefit from the soft tires, but it's still 20 minutes. So they might ruin their tires really early and have to pit. So let's see if we can start with the medium tires and take some advantage of it, and then maybe change to the softs after the pit. So let's see. Let's not add any fuel. Soft, and add the soft tires. This will be our pit stop preset. And for the race, we need enough fuel to finish the race, of course. 7 laps. So okay, so I'm gonna start with 40 liters and maybe do a little bit of a splash in the pit stop, like 20 liters just to be sure, because I'm not making calculations for the fuel. This is so I have to have enough fuel for the race. I hope I don't run out of fuel. And here we are. The only idiot with the medium tires on the start of the race is me. Here starting from P30 with the medium tires. Everybody else on the softs. Let's see if they run out of steam with the soft tires and we can take an advantage. I don't believe so. This is kind of a stretch from my part to think that this will work. In fact, they might just zoom away and I will be alone on track in last position, getting lapped pretty soon. So let's see how it goes. Let's at least try it out. Or what can we do? Okay, let's go with the softs. Not the mediums. Let's go with the softs. So there it says medium, but I changed to the softs. It was already. Well, let's go like everybody else with soft tires. They will degrade pretty quickly. So let's see how we do. Let's go, go, go. P1. Trying not to hit anyone. We picked up a couple of positions. Another position. A little bit of chaos in the hairpin. Got DRS. Let's try to use the DRS to our advantage. We don't get DRS this time. Tires are degrading, soft tires, but everyone is on the soft tires, so let's see what happens. We have a little moment there. We still don't get the RS. We are struggling to catch up to the cars in front. We have the RS this time. Our tires are getting very worn out. We will have to pit soon. We have a little bit of a moment there. I think we'll go for the pit stop. Maybe one more lap. We are getting a lot of warnings about going off track, as I forget the DRS. We are now P22 because some cars went for the pit stop. But we have to pit stop ourselves. Let's go for the pits on this lap, at the end of this lap. Tires are really bad. I think I did a mistake here. I put the car in neutral. Now the car is auto driving itself and it cannot press the gas. Oops. I hope we can reach the pit box at least. Or just screwed up this pit stop completely. Let's see what I did here. Let's see what foolish mistake I did. I know I put the car in neutral trying to brake into the speed limit. Yeah, I really did. No use watching it. Anyway, let's exit this session. And we'll do another race before we end this stream. Let's choose something fun. I like Formula cars, most definitely. I would like to do a good race here at Suzuka, but at 100 they are really, really strong. Let's bump it down to 95. Here I think I can shine at 95 AI difficulty, and I don't look so slow, you know. But yeah, my skills are still limited. I do a lot of mistakes, so doesn't mean I'm gonna win the race. At least I will try to have fun. Maybe we'll change the track. Or the car. I like this car. Let's keep doing races with this car for now. And we were at Suzuka because this is the weekend of the real Formula 1 Grand Prix at Suzuka, with Kimi Antonelli starting from pole. And I think, yeah, and his teammate Russell. So it's a Mercedes 1-2. Mercedes are coming in strong. Verstappen doesn't seem to have a car under him to do quick laps at the moment. He's quick. Hajar was quicker than him. So enough real Formula 1 news. But yeah, when I watch the real Formula 1, I always get hyped up and try to mimic that on the simulator. So that's why I chose Suzuka. But we can change the track, perhaps. I don't have all the tracks in RaceRoom, but I have quite a few. All of these here. Bathurst, Randstad, Zandvoort. We have two versions, the old one and the new one, with the banked last turn. Daytona, so I've got a few circuits right now. So since we are racing Formula cars, just to choose a suitable circuit, maybe Spa, why not? A little bit hard to choose. We have also Laguna Seca, which is called WeatherTech Raceway, Nürburgring, a little bit. Monza, I also like Monza, the high speed Monza. Maybe we'll do a race at Monza, why not? Yeah, let's go for a Monza race. This time AI difficulty 95%, a little bit lower. So to see if I can have a chance of doing something here. Again, we keep the race 20 minutes with the mandatory pit stops, like a sprint, go, go, go. And that's it. Keep the same car, same opponents, except they are a little bit slow this time for Monza. Let's go for the practice session. Monza, for those of you that don't know, is a quick circuit, mostly high speed zones, a few slow chicanes here and there, but mostly high speed stuff, so it's gonna be intense for sure. Let's start the practice session. Sorry for messing up the camera here. Here we are at Monza, practice session. We were watching the AI drivers going about their laps. So this is a low downforce circuit, but we have the DRS for the race, and I think the push to pass will also be available at some point. And yeah, let's do a shakedown. With the base setup of the car, and then we'll see how good or bad we do. We have unlimited DRS for the practice sessions. Going through the parabolica. Braking early. A lot of places to use the DRS here at Monza. Still fine-tuning my braking points. Forgot the DRS. P29. We are P2. let's finish this lap and go for the pits. We are P3, a lot better than the last race we did, just by putting a little bit less difficulty in the AI opponents. So now perhaps I'm too quick. So it will be somewhere 95 and 100%, the sweet spot for my skills. And yeah, so let's return to the garage. And so far things are looking pretty good for us with these settings. And now I feel more confident in the qualifying, so probably I'll skip just straight through the qualifying, maybe do a couple more laps in practice. Very, very quick circuit, Monza. This is one of the slower parts. The left-right chicane. As we hear the glorious sound of the V8. High revving V8 engines. So we are at 123, and yeah, the fastest lap so far is 122.8. So we are very close to the front. We can still be faster. Yeah, now I will be competitive for sure on this session. But if I'm, again, as I said before, if I'm too quick and the race becomes boring, on the next event I will just bump up a little bit the AI difficulty and we will find the sweet spot for sure. But sometimes the performance changes from qualifying to racing and it's not always predictable. So let's do a few more laps in this practice session and then we skip to qualifying. The practice times don't represent the qualifying quality because you guys saw before DRS is not available for the qualifying session. So yeah, qualifying session depends only on the fixed wing setup of the car. Braking a little bit too late for the chicane, but we are able to keep it on track on this out lap. Can use DRS at our discretion. Going a little bit quicker than I was supposed to into Ascari. DRS coming out of the Parabolica into the main straight, full speed. A little bit of wheel spin coming out of the first chicane. We absolutely. I was trying to see the distance markers and I lost it. I completely lost the braking point there. So let's abort this lap, obviously, and try another one. Sometimes it happens, I lose the reference point and mess up the braking. It's very easy in some spots. Let's go for another quick lap. See if we don't mess up any braking points this time. Perhaps braking a little bit too early this time for the first chicane, but doesn't matter. I'm braking again early here because I still don't quite have the perfect braking point for that chicane there. And I messed up the first Lesmo corner. But we still have a good time, a good quickest lap. Now I messed up the entry to Ascari because I was looking at the lap times. Breaking into Parabolica. I was gonna shift into fourth gear, but the downshift protection system engaged and prevented that from happening. Nice. A lot better this time through Ascari. Nice complex. But I think we are not quicker. And we are. We climbed to P2. Let's see if we can go for the quickest time of this practice session. It's only 1/10 faster than us. And we mess up the entry to Ascari because I was looking at the lap times. So yeah, we are now much quicker than before with 95% AI difficulty. But let's see if we can have fun on the race. Let's see. Return to garage. Race monitor. Let's watch the AI a little bit. So we are just 1/10 of a second slower than Anton, the quickest car on track. So I'm pretty confident for the qualifying session. So I will skip right to the qualifying session and see if we can go for the pole. It seems possible, but now we don't have DRS available. Let's see how my wings hurt me on the quickest parts on the long straights. Let's try it out and then we can make some adjustments, but we only have 15 minutes to do everything, so let's do a good setup. We are first out of the pits. No DRS. Our car is still pretty quick, even without the DRS. Way above 300 Ks. Easily. A little bit too quick on the entry to Ascari, but we still have a good lap time for sure. Let's do another quick one. We were lucky because we had absolutely no traffic, and we still don't have, as I over-rev the gears. We are P8. P10 right now. The downshift protection system getting engaged there. Sometimes I double click the shifting pedal without really wanting to. Maybe we can do a third lap. And we go wide in the Parabolica, losing some time there. And we fell pretty quick to P22, so I'm not as quick as I was expecting to. Let's try another quick one. I thought I was gonna be quicker than everyone, but apparently not. And it's only by a few tenths of a second. So let's try to make up for that. We are able to climb to P16, but yeah, 121, 1.3, 122.7. So I think we need to put a little bit less downforce on the car and go for another try. As we are falling, we are not last like the race before, but we are roughly midfield, which is not bad for a fun race, but let's try to climb a little bit more. Let's go. We have one more chance for sure. We have 8 minutes to go. Cold tire, front right. Let's reduce the downforce just one click. See if that makes a difference. Soft tires, yeah, let's go. One last try. Our P20 currently. Maybe we'll get a tow on our qualifying lap, but we are still on our out lap. So no need to put stress on the car, on the tires. Six minutes and 50 seconds left in the qualifying session. And we got traffic coming into the first chicane. I think that will hurt our time. Let's see. I know I'm braking too late there. The AI opponent almost hit us and we mess up the lap. Yeah. So we have 6 minutes left. Maybe I can still go for one more try. Let's go for it before the time runs out. And we are falling into 25, P25, 25th place. I really thought, judging by the practice times, that I was going to be quick, but apparently not. I got distracted here on the last lap. There's no room for distractions. Let's try to make a decent lap after this out lap. Maybe we have a chance for one more lap after this one, but then that's it. We have one more chance to improve our lap time. We are P23, not good enough. The AI is quicker than I expected, even at 95% difficulty. Maybe I can get a tow from that guy. We are even worse, P24. Walking up into the first chicane. This is our last try for sure. I don't think we can make it. Maybe we can get some tow from this car. We are definitely gonna get some tow. But now it's too slow through Ascari, making us lose time. I think we don't have a chance to improve our time at all. But let's go for it. And we are P22, another disgraceful performance by me, even with 95% AI difficulty. So my skills are limited, obviously. But yeah, we're gonna go for the race, and we have to live with it. We have to live with the fact that we are slower than most of the AI drivers. Let's let the qualifying finish. Yeah, so let's skip the qualifying session. We start from P23 out of 30 cars. At least we are not last this time, but yeah, still pretty bad. So we'll start with the soft tires. They seem not to degrade that much. And with 50 liters of fuel. Then during the pit stop, we can add like 30 liters because this is a high consumption of fuel circuit. Maybe we'll add another 40 just to be sure. Let's go for the race here at Monza. 20 minutes mandatory pit stop, starting from P23, 95% AI difficulty. Let's see how we do. Not a bad start so far. And we have a crash coming into the chicane. Let's watch the replay. I think the race is going to be aborted. A little bit of a chaotic situation coming into the first chicane. We are gonna restart the race. The race director decided to restart the race, and we can take advantage of that, and we have another shot at it. Let's try to account for the fact that they will brake a lot earlier on the first lap, and I was going too hot. Again, problems on the first chicane. A lot of cars trying to go through. Let's cut the chicane. We had no option. We are able to get a few positions coming out of the chicane. We are P21 right now. Kind of a sketchy braking into the second chicane. This guy broke way too much for the Ascari, and we ruined our car. Yeah, so the problem is that mostly on the first lap with AI opponents, they will brake unexpectedly too much in the wrong places. So I did not account for that, and I already ruined the car. But I'm willing to make another restart of the session. It's still possible to make a clean race. If I cannot do it, I will just finish this race, of course. Yeah, let's try it again. Third start. Third time is the charm. Let's see how we do, starting from P23. The AI opponents, they brake way too much on the first lap, mostly. Let's try to survive that. Ooh, and you get a lot of positions there by staying on the left side. There are already more positions coming out of the chicane. So we actually took advantage of the fact that the AI brakes too much on the first lap. We are now P12. I'll take that. There's a car close to us. We had a lucky break this time, and we climbed to P12, not that bad. And I think we can maybe get a few more positions, because this guy seems to be very slow for some reason. We are almost in the top 10. And we got DRS. We got close to the P10 car now. We have a chance for a good result after all. Let's try to put pressure on the car in front. As we go a little bit too wide on the second Lesmo. Let's use our last DRS for this lap. And we try a pass before the Ascari, but he gets his position back. But we are quicker coming out of the Ascari, going into the grass, but we are making the pass, and we did it. 2 wheels in the grass, making the pass. We are now P10. That is right behind us. We don't have DRS right now. Let's try to get closer to the P9 car. The AI braking very early for some reason. I have to be careful with that, as I mentioned before. Barely holding on to P10, but let's go. And just what I said, this guy brakes in the middle of the chicane for no reason. I barely did not hit him, so this is very unrealistic. Or maybe he did it on purpose. Now it made me lose my focus, going right on the Parabolica. Let's try to get him. I was able to get away with my mistake. Yeah, but we don't have DRS. But he just slammed the brakes in the middle of Ascari, and we barely did not hit him. Amazing. Amazing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have to be careful with this guy. He brakes on the least expected places. Now he seems to be getting away. I was mentioning at the beginning of this video that the AI of RaceRoom is not prone to mistakes, but I was wrong. They crashed into each other on the first chicane. But yeah, we don't see AI mistakes that often in RaceRoom. Let's try to get the DRS on the next lap or make a pass. We are able to make a pass. P9. And the third start of this race going better than I expected. So we make another pass. The P8 car going slower for some reason. I'll take that. Maybe it had some problems, I don't know. But we are now P8. It's still 12 minutes 51 seconds to go of the race. We still have to do a pit stop. A mandatory pit stop. The AI braking a little bit early there. And the P7 car slowing down, giving me the chance to pass him. I think the AI is slowing down there for some reason. The AI doesn't seem to be that quick through the Ascari complex, so that's allowing me to take some positions. We are now P4, some cars went to the pits already. We're going to try to maybe do one more or two more laps. Coming up on P3. I coasted a little bit on the braking to this chicane because they have unpredictable behavior, the AI cars, so it seems. Now our rear tires starting to get worn out. We are roughly at halfway through the race as I forget to shift. So maybe we can go to the pits and have fresh soft tires for the rest of the race. And a little bit more fuel. Maybe we can squeeze in one more lap and have super fresh tires for the rest of the race. Let's do one more lap. Let's gamble. And we have fresh tires for a shorter period of time. Maybe than everybody else. So we get closer to P1. We are currently P2, not bad, but we still have to pit. I think we're gonna pit this time around. Losing our advantage right now. We are still gonna pass the P1 car before we go to the pits. We're gonna be leading for a while. Let's pit. Oh. Lost focus, but I think we still can make it to the pits. But we lost a lot of time there. And yeah, I ruined it a little bit coming into the pits. Let's see if we can still be fighting for a good position after this pit stop. But yeah, not a bad race. Except for this mistake now, I was completely distracted. I was trying to look at the other screen that's running OBS, and I got distracted. Let's go. Second part of the race, only 8 minutes to go with fresh soft slicks. And we got DRS coming out of the pits. That's weird. So we have DRS available, not bad. Remember the P15 car making our life a little bit difficult. Let's try to get close again using the DRS. As we are much quicker coming out of the Ascari than the AI cars, so that's a place that we can use for our advantage. We will not get DRS on the next lap, I think. We are too far away from the car in front. Yeah. The 14th car pushing us off track. Pretty naughty, but I think we don't have damage. He completely pushed us off track. Amazing. Pretty aggressive. Let's try to pass him again. He will be slower through here, as predicted. Let's try to go for the pass right now. Left side, right side. He's still on our side. Tough driver, this Ayman. We get DRS. And we are able to pass him thanks to the DRS. We are P14 right now. Coming into P13. We make a pass braking into the second chicane. Not too shabby. DRS, let's go. Not gonna use DRS this time and save it for the main straight. We have the draft though. Oh, and we have contact, tire contact there on the braking to the parabolica. Let's try to stay close to Martin or make a pass. He closes. A little bit of aggressive driving by Martin, P12 car. Let's try to make a pass. It's not making life easy for us. It's a lot quicker than us through the Lesmos. Let's try to get him on the Ascari complex where he will be slower for sure. Here we are, getting closer now. We are much faster than him coming out of the Ascari. We have a similar situation to the last lap. But this time we stay ahead. But he will get the RS, so I'm ready for the attack. We are able to stay ahead for the moment. And we open the gap as I miss shift into 7th gear, losing a little bit of time. I think I ruined my race when I was going for the pits and I went off track because we had a good position up until that point, so I ruined it myself. And as I said before, if you do a mistake, the AI is unforgiving. They are very quick and they are right behind you, and you will lose many positions with a small mistake. Just like in real life, where when it's a competitive field, if you do a mistake, say goodbye to your chances. Locking up a little bit into the first chicane. Nothing serious. As we are very close to the end of the race, we managed to climb to P12 after our small mistake. Maybe we can get another position before the end of the race, who knows? We're getting closer to the P11 car on the final lap. I don't think we can make it. And we go off track again. I was looking again at the times. Another idiotic mistake, but we are still P12 at the finish of the race. Not as bad as the last race, but still I could have done a lot better. I could have been fighting for the top 3 if I didn't do 2 mistakes on the same place on the Parabolica, coming in too hot. And yeah, it was fun. This race was a little bit more fun because I was a little bit fighting for position, except on the Ascari, the AI had some sort of a bug there and they slowed down way too much. That happens with AI. It's normal, it's to be expected here and there, some weird behaviors, but overall a fun race. And yeah, we are almost 3 hours into this stream. I'm gonna end it right now, and thank you guys for watching the stream live or recorded. Thank you guys for the support, for simply watching the channel and interacting or whatever. It's always cool It's always cool to do something that I like and share it and maybe have some feedback. And that's it. So guys, see you on the next one. Peace.